one of our country's leading physicians, Dr. Nicholas Fox. We are going to be talking about cancer in the Bahamas. Not only is Dr. Fox a leading physician in the country, but he's also the vice president of the Cancer Society. Dr. Fox, welcome to Access Now.
Thank you, and thank you for having me, Jamita. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, let's get straight into it. Would you say that cancer is increasing at an alarming rate in the Bahamas?
Coincidentally, March the 18th, 2023, there's an article in the Nassau Guardian. They interviewed me because I did an observation in my office after the pandemic, and I noticed that there was a significant increase in the number of cases of cancer that I was seeing. Not only were the numbers were greater, it seemed to be occurring in people at a younger age. I think the youngest person I diagnosed since the pandemic was 22, and that's not something we normally see. And on March 28th of the same year, the minister, the Tribune published an article that the minister, they did a study, and he confirmed that the cases in the Bahamas were increasing significantly.
So what do you think is causing this?
Well, I think there are a number of causes, a whole myriad of factors that contribute to the increase in the numbers. For one, our diet, surprisingly, we are the fourth most obese country. That's not something good. Obesity contributes to all cancers. We also have a high incidence of an abnormal gene called the BRCA gene, which is associated with breast cancer, prostate cancer, and to a lesser extent ovarian cancer. Hence, prostate cancer and breast cancer being so prevalent in this country. Also, our sedentary lifestyle, the fact that some of us smoke, some of us drink, and don't exercise, poor diet. I think all these factors contribute to the increasing rate. Also, we must take into consideration that during the pandemic, diagnostics were not available. So I don't know if it's because of the lapse in time, and people are just now presenting that we're seeing so many numbers.
So what would you say is the most common type of cancer? You listed a few, but what would you say are the...
Breast cancer. Breast cancer is the most common. Unfortunately, in this country, when we do see cancer, most of the time it's at an advanced stage. This becomes so much more expensive to treat. Your options are lessened, and your chances of survival is greatly decreased.
So do you think that we have proper treatment facilities here in the country?
Yes and no, with explanation. Yes, cancer treatment is available here, and we do have the facilities to treat cancer here. However, we have a growing population, and chemotherapy is very expensive. I can tell you, I'm a cancer survivor. Chemotherapy is very expensive, and I don't think there's adequate funding, adequate staffing, or enough staffing, and there's not enough facilities to accommodate the growing numbers of patients that we see.
So tell us step by step what a person should do once they are diagnosed.
I can tell you from my experience too that once you're diagnosed, the first thing you as an individual have to do is accept the diagnosis. Here you're getting this diagnosis. Even as a medical practitioner with all my medical knowledge, once I was told I had cancer, this first thing came to my mind was death. I was concerned about my two kids, what's going to happen to them. So you have to accept it first. And then you can sit and speak with your doctor, and he will give you your options. And you can make a decision from there to see an oncologist who will probably do a biopsy to grade and stage the tumor to see what type of treatment you would need, and give you some percentage of your survival rate.
So what are some of the healthy things that we can do, everyone as in this population, to prevent cancer where possible?
It's very expensive to eat healthy here. Cost of living is high, so we don't eat healthy. We can make a better effort to eat healthy by growing our own stuff. Eating less fat. Like I said, we are obese. We are an obese nation, and if we could decrease the amount of fat in our diet, exercise, and early screening. Early screening is the key to reducing the numbers and to reducing the incidence of all this cancer that we have in this country.
Well, Dr. Fox, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Wishing you all the best with the Cancer Society and, of course, the fight against cancer.
Thank
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com.